Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Panama hats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm familiar. Perhaps too familiar.
John Hurt wears one in this movie.
He does, but he's earned it. You know?
How has he earned? How do you earn your Panama hat stripes?
I mean, it's by being in a lot of other good movies. I think that's part of it. Okay. I mean, also, like, it's, I don't know, when you're in a plantation house as a crusty old white dude in the middle of the bayou, and you're like, you've had a hospice nurse dress you in kind of a seersucker suit, like, you can complete the look. He didn't
even choose to do it himself.
Yeah, no, exactly. So some people, if you choose the Panama hat, no, you have to have it thrust upon you, and only then can you make it work. Anytime I see someone wearing a Panama hat, I'm kind of like, do I need to do a wellness check on you? What happened?
I am so keyed into Panama hats now. Like, every time I'm in the vicinity of one, I'm like, what did Truman think about this? I've never thought about a Panama hat before Reminiscence, and now I can't unsee the Panama hat. You've put it into my world.
How often are you in the vicinity of Panama hats? What's going on in Wisconsin? Or are there just like a lot of people are really into like old-timey cosplay up there?
If I'm gonna make a secret admission, every time I have to go shopping with my parents and I inevitably get bored and get my exercise in by walking around the mall and then realize they're still not ready, not all the time, sometimes I will venture into the men's section, the old men's section, and just go, what does a Panama hat look like on me?
Ah, yes, I see. You're okay. Well, I mean, you need to be careful. That's like going into a hoodoo shop. You might get more than you bargained for there. The dark spirits of the Panama hat might catch you.
It's never with the intent to buy. It's just a curiosity that needs to be itched.
And all the hat salesmen see him come in and are like, nah, he's just a tourist. He is never going to take the plunge. He's not one of us.
Oh my god!
Every time Van Halen's Panama comes on, you just kind of start freaking out like you're turning into a werewolf or something. Look, so speaking of music, late in this movie, Kate Hudson goes to the apartment belonging to Peter Sarsgaard's character, who we will later learn is, he's been body swapped into by Papa Justify. But when she's there and she's looking around the apartment, this is kind of the moment that she kind of realizes shit's all coming together. She's looking at the desk in his house, and this guy's the estate lawyer for the family, but she sees all these books that are like estate law for dummies, basics of estate law, like all these books that suggest, he doesn't actually know this stuff. He's been trying to just kind of like acquire the knowledge quickly.
Or fake his way through a conversation.
Yeah. Which, first off, so watching that when you're knowing, like, okay, so there's like a probably like 130-year-old spirit inside this guy, and like and it's like he went to like the New Orleans Barnes and Noble at the mall, and like
we're missing that story. Get his experience of like, what is a Zune, like what songs, have him be frustrated that he can't find the music he liked 130 years ago on MP3.
Yeah, exactly. Then he's like, now who is this James Blunt fella? And then having his world completely rocked. I mean, yeah, like this is one of these more interesting things, because the thought of like, okay, I'm in the world of hoodoo and all of that, and I've transferred my soul into a different body, but I still have to like read this crash course Louisiana property law book so I can be convincingly I can convincingly fake my way through.
Yeah.
But that's not even the main thing though, because then it's like
Okay.
in his living room of his apartment in New Orleans, there's a drum set. There's like a big blue drum set.
Right.
So I guess my question is, was Peter Sarsgaard the lawyer? Like, was he into drumming? Or did Papa justify, he was like, I've got my new body now, I'm going to join a jam band. And he just, like, went out and got a drum set. And he just likes to, you know, after a long day of body swap logistics, he's just in there jamming out.
Why not both?
Well,
Instead of the ad for a hospice nurse, they put an ad out in choosing the Peter Sarsgaard body for a jam band. I'm looking for a drummer for my jam band.
Yeah, I love that.
So
I love that.
You're looking for someone that has the body of a drummer. I've got the forearms and the calves of a drummer, and someone who's going to have a killer drum set so that you don't have to go and buy one and dip into your legacy generational funds.
It's a completely different movie if Rainn Wilson from The Rocker responds to that message.
Oh no! Why are we weaving in so much of our lore into this?
Why you've woven so much lore already? I may as well
true.
finish the tapestry. He's
Yeah,
just,
right.
and I mean, look, and again, I said I thought the movie should be sweatier because it's not sweaty enough. This movie that's all in the swamp in Louisiana. It does not. There are people like at one point Peter Sarsgaard's wearing a coat. Like people are
Yes.
not. No, this should be dripping with humidity and perspiration,
Yes.
much like Rainn Wilson in the movie The Rocker.
Throwing his shirt and just knocking people over.
Throwing his shirt, drumming completely naked.
This puts me in mind of two notes that I didn't get to finish, and they go in different directions.
Okay.
One is, just kind of a silly thought I had, which was Gena Rowlands, one of her other big hits of this time. I mean, she's been around forever. Just national treasure. She's just one of the all-time greats.
Sure.
But at this time, what she was mostly known for was The Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't stop myself from going down this thought process, and couldn't stop myself from giggling at the thought of James Garner and Gena Rowlands being body swapped in that movie. They're two old people, like it's Papa Justify, and
Mama Cecile.
It's them at the end of like they've given up on immortality. We've seen all this world has to offer. It's time to say goodbye, and now it's just these two old people at the end of their lives, body swapped.
Okay, but so they
with ancient souls.
But so they body swap them. So you mean she body swaps into him and he body swaps into her, and the one with Alzheimer's then like doesn't remember?
No, they body swapped long ago, and this is just them at the end of their lives. So it's not. We're not actually watching James Garner and Gena Rowlands. We're watching whoever is inhabiting their bodies.
Gotcha. Yes. So the Notebook, like, and so the whole of their lives they've been flashing back to in the movie. That was was pre-body swap, or they body swapped into them.
So if we extrapolate that further, yes, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams are the young. They're the Kate Hudson and Peter Sarsgaard.
Right, of course.
They are the ones that the young bodies that they swapped into. And then they just aged, and they're like, yeah, we've had it with immortality. I think this experiment is done. Let's say goodbye to this mortal coil.
This got too schmaltzy. We need to just call it here. What I didn't realize... look, folks, listen. I don't know if I've admitted this. I haven't seen The Notebook, and I'm not gonna. It's been too long. I didn't have a girlfriend in 2004, so I didn't see it, and I'm not at the place now where it's gonna happen, so...
Never say never.
I don't know how you're gonna make that happen. That movie has assiduously not been forgotten.
All right. Here's what I'm going to try to. Truman.
Okay.
What if you sat down one night and watched The Notebook?
What do you mean, what if I did it?
What if you did that? What if that
what
was
if I
something
did that? That's time I could have spent probably doing another editing an episode of this show, or Crusader Kings 3. So many other options I could do rather than learning about wow, love conquers all.
what big muscly man movie are you gonna watch instead?
What big muscly man? I mean, I could probably watch The Rundown again. Get that in there.
Yeah, you could watch The Rundown again, or you could watch The Notebook for the first time.
Look, there's a lot of movies I'd rather watch for the first time than The Notebook. I haven't seen.
Watch the John Wick movies.
I haven't.
Or are you gonna
seen,
watch The Notebook for the first time?
I haven't seen Michael Mann's Thief, and I've been meaning to rectify that.
Okay,
I haven't seen Manhunter. Okay.
If you went with any other movie except the movie that I want to base my entire wardrobe off of.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you Thief.
Yeah.
But
I won.
After Thief,
I just cool down with the Notebook. Just come down off of that. Look, here's the thing. I didn't know about the Notebook. I didn't know it was directed by John Cassavetes' son,
who Gena Rowlands was married to.
I know. I found this out in my research. It's just knowing like how like in the shit John Cassavetes was as like this method director and everything, and then it's like, my son made The Notebook, and I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just saying that's like
he's also an actor.
I know. I know. It's a real Todd Field situation. I don't know. Like, A Woman Under the Influence is like the opposite of The Notebook.
That's an interesting thing to ponder. I'll do that off air.
That's what I hope everyone says when they listen to our podcast. That's an interesting thing to ponder.
The other thing I wanted to talk about is music related, which is, okay, this is a me thing, and it's not against any individual or group of people.
Oh boy.
It's kind of against a group of people.
Oh boy.
Trumpet players.
Oh, okay, it's going to get really spicy. You said
now,
Trump, and I was like, oh, yes, of course, and then you kept talking.
Trumpet players. I have a revulsion. I don't know any other word for it. I don't mean it to be that visceral. I have a revulsion against seeing the distended jowls of some of the trumpet players.
When their cheeks puff out?
It's not just their cheeks. It's the Dizzy Gillespie, like, whatever the fuck. It is so fucking hard for me to look at. I feel bad admitting it, but the trumpet player in the band at the beginning of this movie has it, and I'm like, ah. That was the grossest thing in the movie to me.
That was the first jump scare. That's the body horror gross out.
Yes.
Look, what I'll tell you, and I'm not trying to take down Dizzy Gillespie, a much better trumpet player than I ever was, or the guy in this movie, also a much better trumpet player than I was. That's not the technique I was taught. In fact, every trumpet teacher I had was telling me, "No, if your cheeks
teach that."
I don't know. It's like there's the embouchure stuff, wind instruments, but like it's like you're not supposed to let your jowls inflate. You shouldn't be doing that. You need to be like keeping it closed off. Landon is just like inflating his jowls right now out of spite.
Because is it to like hold more air in your mouth to be able to play longer or more intense or what?
Well, the idea with trumpet playing is that the air needs to be coming straight. You need to have it in your lungs and be pressing your diaphragm hard and just be blasting it straight up your esophagus into the horn. It shouldn't be pocketing in your mouth. That's going to actually make it harder for you to hit the notes you need to be hitting.
So, I'm like, I just want to earmark the fact that you said it's a technique that you can teach. I don't know that that's true because it seems like a physiological thing. You're suggesting that the more proper way to do it is to have your lungs expand.
Yes.
And instead of bullfrogging, it's more... I don't know how to describe the motion I'm doing without being crass.
No, I know what you mean. He's gesturing at the front of his chest like the guy in Monty Python and the Holy Grail when he says huge tracts of land. Yes, you shouldn't be bullfrogging. You should just it should be coming straight out of your lungs.
But is it? Now I have to check my ignorance here, and I should have done my research. But
yes.
Is that a technique or is that a byproduct of how hard they're playing that it developed that way over time?
You like the idea is that you should be keeping the muscles of your lips and your face so tight and taut and constrained that like there's not the pliability in your cheeks and jowls for it to pocket up. It just channels, that air needs to all be getting channeled straight into the mouthpiece and the curly metal of the trumpet. But I think I think Dizzy Gillespie and the guy in this movie and whoever else you see doing that, I think those dudes just have such insane lung capacity, either trained or born with it, that their lips or their jowls can inflate like that, and they still are getting enough consistent air pressure to really be blasting it.
That scares me because I have incredible lung capacity, and I'm not ever going to play the trumpet, but...
Well, then you can't prove it. You just have to take his word for it about his lung capacity. Lung capacity stolen valor here on the podcast.
I remember I was about to try out for a musical once, and I had not an audition, but like my theater teacher at the time was like, let's pick a song for you, and I picked a Frank Sinatra song, and I remember him listening to me. It might have been "Luck Be a Lady," if I remember correctly. And no, it wasn't. I don't remember the name of it, but I do remember it was a different one. Doesn't matter. I sang it for him. He was at the piano, and I gave him the sheet music, and he played it for me, and he was going to give me some tips. And his first reaction was, "Wow, you got some lungs on you."
Was that his
way? I don't know that this is the song we want to do.
Oh, wow. Is that his way of saying you sang too loud, maybe?
And that's what I've always said about karaoke is like, I don't sing well, I sing loud.
Mm-hmm. You really, Landon, you may have never played the trumpet, but you have the soul of a trumpet player. You body swapped with a trumpet player at some point.
As long as I don't get the distended thing. It just
well,
me out. I feel so bad about it.
If you're doing it, you can't see it happening, so it's just everyone else's problem.
Feel it. It's my mental image, and then I gotta live with it, knowing that like, what if I'm eating cereal and then I just get like 2 bowls of cereal stuck in my jowls?
That's useful though. You could save it for later. I mean, it'll get soggy.
How do you get it
that's
out
sustenance.
and into your mouth and then down your thing, and then you could choke? Like, what if it goes bad? There's milk in there, and then it goes sour inside your body. I don't like talking about any of this.
God, I mean, I love just wandering down new paths of phobia for you and learning new stuff. It's it's an exciting thing. Listen. Never watch the Dizzy Gillespie episode of The Muppet Show. You are going to be very unhappy with a lot of what you see there.
I think that might be where it started, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, I remember seeing that as a kid and being like, I'm gonna play the trumpet one day. Not because I thought that the jowls looked cool, but because I thought that would be the only way I could be friends with Kermit and Gonzo, and still hasn't happened. So I didn't try hard enough.
Who knows what other episode and what other celebrity host would have been on could have changed the trajectory of your life.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Vincent Price comes on, you're like, I too will be a creepy old man.
Yeah, or one of the ones with the like weird 70s avant-garde puppeteers who Jim Henson kept inviting on, and it's like, I too will go to Evergreen State College.
Truman, do you want to play the Truman?
Did you become the Swedish chef just
I
now?
Body swapped with the Swedish chef.
But your hands are so disconnected from your body right now, and that is not how you make a salad. Yep, bork, etc.
Do you want to play the trailer game?
Yes, I do.
All right. Truman and I have watched Skeleton Key, but we have not watched the trailer for it. So we are going to guess some moments, some lines that we think they're going to market this film on. Truman is being skeptical or looking like he is trying to block a fart from going out. I can't tell which.
I would never try to block a fart. We've been doing this for so long. I'm not blocking anything. I'm looking at I'm sorry. The trailer thumbnail came up, and you want to talk about like, oh great, it's the one like kind of nasty image from the movie.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. There's an R-rated cut of this movie.
Oh, good. Great. Lucky us.
When they put this out to initial test audiences, it was in an R-rated format. I'm surprised I didn't bring this up last week. Oh. All of the like black and white flashes and flashbacks and stuff that happen throughout this are all taken from the R-rated cut. They trimmed a lot of that out. They didn't change the story. I wouldn't go so far as to say this was an interference situation, but they did take a lot of stuff out. The image that you saw, that Truman saw, everyone, was Kate Hudson has this dream or mental image of her eyes and lips being sewn shut.
Mm-hmm. And
it's a flash in the movie, but it was a bigger part of the R-rated cut.
And it has nothing to do with the lore of the movie or anything else going on. Wouldn't that be fucked up if that happened to you? Here's what it would look like. Anyway, on with the show. So I guess my first guess is that that's going to be in the trailer.
You think so?
Well, it's in the goddamn thumbnail.
That's just some fucking YouTuber picking a precarious image to get you to press play. I'm not saying that's in the trailer.
Wow. Okay. What do you think?
I'm sorry. I'm here to support you. I'm here.
No. We don't need to do the sewn shut eyes. Your AIDS is going to be too much for a trailer. It's fine. What do you think is going to be in there?
Her listening to the record.
Okay, record listening.
On the couch when her friend comes in.
It's just a local band. I teased it last week. We're gonna get a shot of the New Orleans streetcar. It's gonna be early on in the trailer. Streetcar.
It's not even
baby.
I think I need to start. I think we need to really start looking at what constitutes as a guess. And I'm pointing the finger at myself too, because they're not hinging the marketing on a streetcar passing by the one single shot.
It made an impression on one viewer, Landon, so strong that he
Okay,
remembers it 2 decades later. I am a representative
If you had seen
sample.
any other movie trailer except that one, you'd be writing different kinds of letters to your senators about different policies and topics.
Exactly. It's a true butterfly effect.
Okay. I think, let's see, we got to get something with Gena Rowlands. It's got to be skeleton key related. This key opens up any door in the house. What about the key in the attic? Or what about the door in the attic? Oh, yeah. That hasn't been opened in 40 years.
Yeah. Any door in the house.
In fact, okay. I think if we get any of that, it'll be a point. This is just a side pot.
Oh.
What I think this is going to do is introduce the skeleton key thing.
Yeah.
This open up any door in the house. We'll get a little editing aside of her trying to open the attic, and we have the moment with the door rattling, her trying to open it, and then cut back to that scene saying, hey, this wouldn't open the door in the attic.
Great. Yeah, and then, it hasn't been opened in 40 years. Yeah. Okay.
It came with the house.
Yeah. Great. No, I think that is for sure. I think we're going to get, probably towards the end of the trailer, we're going to get John Hurt crawling across the roof in the rain.
We didn't talk about the stunts in this movie. Listen, okay, I got to just pause for 1 second and talk about the stunts.
Okay.
He falls off the roof there.
It's intense.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
I'm sorry, also, if you're a hospice nurse and your patient crawls out a window and falls off a roof, boy, you done fucked up. I'm sorry. That's like day one shit. You should be keeping them from doing that.
There's another, it's one moment in the movie, but it's 2 stunts kind of tied together as one action, and both make my skin crawl.
Mm-hmm.
When Gena Rowlands is thrown over the balcony, it's done as one continuous motion, but a stunt performer has to flip over the balcony, and I'm not even super sure that it wasn't Gena Rowlands going over the in the first shot onto a mattress, which was impressive. But then it does the reverse shot, and you see the length they fall onto the landing. Then there's another cut, and you see the person slamming down the stairs to the bottom of the staircase. Yeah, and I mean, you feel every single wooden stair as it goes down. And stunt performers have said that all the body burns, falling off the buildings, look like the most dangerous shit in the world. The most dangerous stunt, at least according to what I've heard, is falling down the stairs. Because you often can't use padding. Mm-hmm. You can't always control what way your body moves. You can't protect your spine, your neck, your head. And, you never know what's going to happen. And this is one of the nastiest down the stairs falls I've seen.
I mean, well, it's this and the one in Loser. That movie's nasty for other reasons. I and it's I think tough also because so many people are gonna write that into a movie as like, oh, this is just a goofy comedy moment. Like falling down the stairs. It's climactic in this movie, but in a lot of movies, falling down the stairs is like kind of a normal thing that happens in life, and so it's just written in as something that's not a major moment, but that can be the most dangerous thing for your stunt crew.
Yes. Okay, back to the guessing. Piggybacking off your John Hurt thing, I think we're also going to have to... What pairs well with that moment on the roof is him writing "Help Me" on the sheets.
Help me sheets, yes. Love that.
And then what about Peter Sarsgaard? What are we going to get with him?
Oh, man. It's got to be some kind of, like, him setting it up. Is it him telling her, like, she's saying something like, well, I can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped, and him saying, like, well, you're the best one who showed up, or, like, I'm going to recommend she go with you because you're the one who... He says the thing that, like, sets up the fact that Violet doesn't like her, Gena Rowlands doesn't like her, but then Peter Sarsgaard tells her she should do it anyway.
I think that's a good moment to include there. We're also going to get him dropping all the paper.
Yeah.
The box of paper falling.
I love that. Sarsgaard best one, and also Sarsgaard paper drop.
Oh my God, Truman.
Yeah?
I just had a visceral flashback. To seeing this trailer. They're going to hinge the creepiness on the blind woman.
Oh, the one shot of the blind woman in the...
Yep.
You know, do you think the trailer is going to kind of cold open with that? It's like her trying to pay and her seeing the voodoo shit, and then...
It's possible. I wouldn't hinge the point on it, but I could easily see it doing that.
Okay, I'm putting blind lady in there. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 8.
Okay, I'm good with that. Should we watch this thing?
Right. Let's watch this thing. Putting on the record listening. Yeah, record listening is the first thing.
Oh my God.
Have a visitor. I present Miss Caroline Ellis.
Huh?
She works down at the hospice in New Orleans.
You can't talk at all.
Stroke pretty much paralyzed.
We're not going to get the box.
About,
of papers.
Panama-hat.
Up in the attic.
The Panama-hat hat makes
good
an
care of my
appearance.
husband.
Yeah.
Be good to his house.
Oh.
Ugh.
Creepy doll.
30 rooms in
It's not
all.
even in it. Oh.
For the owner, they made a skeleton key.
Any
This
door.
will open
skeleton
every
key.
door.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Got that.
The key you gave me for the house, there's a door in the attic, it doesn't open.
That was their
What did I say?
trying to conjure up
Nailed it.
voodoo.
I should get double points.
You know what
You
voodoo
should.
is? It's magic. Leave it alone.
Okay, trying to pick the lock, opening the door. More spooky
ceiling.
stuff.
This was
Child,
very
you don't
Texas
know what
Chainsaw
you're
vibe.
seeing.
Yeah, they're really going for horror.
In the mirrors.
Ah. Oh yeah, she takes her top off at
Can't
one point.
expect
There
me
you
to
go.
believe that you see ghosts
PG-13.
in your mirrors.
Ghosts in your mirrors. Was that line even in there?
I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
Whatever they did to him, I'm not going to let him do it to me.
That line wasn't in there either.
Nobody that means you harm
Yeah,
can cross
there was way more movie here
Who are you afraid
than
of
they
telling
showed
me
us.
about?
We gonna help me?
Okay, he's being haunted in this trailer. He's not... What the fuck was that face Gena Rowlands was making?
Yeah,
I suggest you leave that house.
this trailer is so much scarier than the movie. Oh, hey, there we are. Face sewn shut.
Truman, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
I don't believe.
Up. End of the movie. I don't believe.
Yeah, it looked like John Hurt was sitting up dead.
It's real. It's all
Okay.
real.
What the fuck? There's no telephone moment.
Yeah, there was a telephone moment, so she calls the cops.
Was there really?
Well,
Okay. Wow. I feel like there's a lot of material in that wasn't in the finished film.
yeah. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, the trailer makes it look much more spook 'em up, haunted, supernatural than what you get.
And you know what we didn't get is any fucking streetcar, so I clearly saw a different trailer in the theater.
Should we pull up Poseidon? Do you want to watch a different one?
No, I don't need to do it
All
twice.
right.
I think we get one shot, much
Okay.
like Alexander Hamilton had. So we didn't do
And
great
Eminem.
on this one. Well, yeah, but Hamilton was there first. So we have the record listening. Like, literally the first thing is Kate Hudson putting a record on.
Yeah, I'm willing to take the full point, but in the form of 2 half points. Because the record's going at the beginning, but it starts playing a song, but then later, what actually is heard on the record is played, but it's just kind of as atmospheric VO over a certain part in the middle of the trailer.
Yeah, okay. 1 point computed is 2 half points. Like, who's auditing us, Landon? Where's this going to? Is this an Excel spreadsheet?
This is so I can sleep at night.
Oh, that's great. Well, how can you sleep at night after seeing such a scarifying trailer? So, of course, the absence of the streetcar has been noted. You know, I'm desiring of a streetcar. So then Gena Rowlands doing the Any Door in the House, 40 years, whatever, that whole thing. You got that. We should get 2 for that. I don't know if I'm going to do it. No Hurt Roof Rain, no Help Me Sheets. None of the...
That's not the story they were telling.
Sarsgaard barely in it. He basically introduces her, and that's that. And no Blind Lady.
He'd really only been in Garden State at this point. So, like, he's not a face that you sell this movie on.
Yeah, boy, the meteoric rise that Garden State puts you on. Yeah, so just not... So we just get 2 out of 8. It's gross.
Wow.
Wow. It's a lot of cows.
We were taken to task for our Christopher Walken impressions.
Wait, by who? By
the Discord. The people who are trying to save our souls.
I might be cringe, but I'm free. You know, that's what I'm saying.
2 points. That is shocking to me. I'm not gonna lie. That is more spookifying than the Skeleton Key circa 2005.
Yeah, but not more spookifying than the trailer. The trailer, again, like through the miracle of editing and spooky sounds and some good filters, makes this movie look actively frightening in a way that it just is not.
Interesting is, like, it's not even trying to play in the market of The Ring, or it does seem like it's playing a little bit on the coattails of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which came out the year before, and I'm surprised they didn't have that noise at any point.
Yeah.
But it also feels like it's trying to replicate a little bit of the William Castle remakes that they did around the turn of the century, the 13 Ghosts, the Haunting of Hill House. No, that's not right. That's the real one. Haunting on whatever.
House on Haunted Hill.
House
King
on
of the
Haunted
Hill.
Hill. Thank you. Jesus Christ. All of those William Castle movies, Gothica. It seems like they were trying to play in that sandbox a bit.
My main memory of the trailer from Gothica was like, hey, Halle Berry's going to walk in a fucked up way. You ready for Gothica?
Oh, my God. All right. Well, 2 out of 8 ain't so good. We might be getting worse at this game.
Well, yeah, or the trailers are getting worse at us, or the spooky dimension is throwing us off. That could be it. There's nothing scarier than losing some skills that you thought you had.
That's true. Well, should we put the skeleton key back on the key ring and move on to the next film that we have here in the spooky dimension?
Yes, we should. Having a big, chonky skeleton key like that on a key ring would really be... It would suck to try and put in your pocket. It would...
Why would you... Get a fanny pack.
Yeah. Is scarier than a Panama hat? What do you think?
I recently invested in a fanny pack, and yes, I look ridiculous. I'm also a 43-year-old man who is invisible to the world, so the trade-off of having my pants lay against my leg rather than bulking my keys into my waist, or headphones, my wallet, my phone, all of that shit, so much more comfortable in a fanny pack, and makes it so much easier for someone to steal off me. All of my belongings in one place.
You're thinking about other people. It's like that robber has places to go and people to see. He doesn't have time to like come back and pickpocket you 4 or 5 times to get everything out of both pockets.
Exactly.
One and done. Hey, look, man,
I think
you're cringe, but you're free.
I think we're almost out of the spooky dimension, but why don't you hit the button and see where we're heading next?
Yeah, let's just take a look. All All right, more fucked up sounds out of the printer. That doesn't bode well. Looks like next it's got us heading to January 15th, 1999.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh no, Truman. If this is the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I'm gonna jump out the window.
Oh, you were so excited about the spooky dimension earlier.
I
but
was.
now it's a double-edged sword.
Fucking hate this movie. No, 1999. It's not. Okay, here's the clue. Clue.
Give me the clue.
You don't have to sleep to dream.
Well, that sounds a lot like Elvis, if I could dream, kind of shit, you know?
Sound off on the Discord.
Yeah, which is better, my Walken or my Elvis? Okay, so a dream-based horror situation, it seems like, right?
You don't have to sleep to dream. Is it a daydream? Is there a horror film about daydreams from 1999?
A horror film about being bored in class.
That's Carrie.
Yeah,
remember she makes the flag move when she's bored.
That's true. Man, I mean that's a more constructive use of her time than anything I was daydreaming about.
You don't have to sleep to dream. I don't know what this is. I'm curious to see where the machine is sending us next.
It's a PSA about just having an active imagination. Thinking about things that aren't there. Try it.
All right, well, there's only one way to find out what the movie will be, and that is to join us here next week as we cover another movie in the spooky dimension. For Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps. See you next week.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit moviememorymachine.com.